Live.
Live.
We are finally, thank you, Harry. We had all kinds of technical difficulties, but we are back on because we are relentless. And the ladies are very, very, very patient. And I appreciate that. As always, we took a little vacation, just a little R&R, rest and recuperation. And you see, Audra, she got a little bit. She didn't say a whole lot, just a little bit, because she's such a taskmaster. She said only 2 weeks, and that's it. So here we're back again. And as always, I am with my community partners, and it will be Miss Andrea Winkler, the Chief Executive Officer of New Horizons Behavioral Health. And she just adjusted it. I wanted to see, make sure she didn't forget her glasses. The lady with the glasses, Mrs. Susan Gallagher. And I'm going to have those two introduce themselves, and then we'll get started with this marvelous program, Georgia Strong Families. Andrea?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Pops. How is everybody?
Good morning.
Out there on the internet and in your homes and whenever you get a chance to watch this program. We are so excited to be here this morning. Like Pops says, we had a few technical difficulties, but life is always challenging, and if you press on and continue, you always make it through. So we're glad to be here this morning. And also I have with me Miss Susan Gallagher. Susan?
Good morning. Thank you, Miss Winston.
Good
Glad
morning.
here to be with everybody. Got another great show lined up. We had our 2-week hiatus, our spring break, which was very nice. We had pleasant weather during our time off, but it's great to be back and bring everybody some vital community health and community tips to help make your lives better, because remember, at New Horizons, we're all about building better lives.
That's right.
And we have a special guest. I'm going to have her introduce herself. She has such a marvelous slide presentation. She's been so patient, by the way, dealing with my lack of expertise with all this computer reads, and I will apologize to our viewing audience for starting late. The problem was with me, the operator. It's not the equipment or anyone else, it's the operator. So I sincerely apologize. And it's going to be a marvelous show for you. And I will ask our guest to introduce herself and speak about Georgia Strong Families, and then we'll start her slide presentation.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dorcas Woody, and I am the program coordinator for the Georgia Strong Families program that is located within the Columbus Health Department.
Good morning. We're glad to have you.
Really, really glad to have you here. And you want to know something? We're going to start on your marvelous slide program. So if you can start your slides, we can get started, and you can start talking about Georgia Strong Families.
Oh, no. Oh, hold on. I'm having trouble getting the slides done.
You'll get it together. You'll get it together.
It'll be just par for this Monday.
Yes, yes.
But it's a typical Monday. A Monday when Murphy is out here with all his families. Murphy's Law is definitely working this morning, but we're going to overcome Murphy.
That's
and
right.
We're going to get started.
And I hope that other people had an opportunity to enjoy the spring weather that we're having. You know, we've been on spring break. Yeah, and Pops let us have a little break, you all. You know, we had to cry and beg to be able to get just a little break. And he was so gracious enough to give us a little break. So I got to spend a little bit of time with my family, and my daughter does dance. So we've been on the road a little bit doing some dance competitions.
That's what I saw her on Facebook. What was the occasion? I didn't get a chance to read it.
Well, that was probably prom. We just got finished doing prom this past weekend for Columbus High Prom, and then they also had a citywide prom that they privately held. So, yeah, because those high schools aren't doing prom this year.
Oh.
So these are some private events that they had. So we've been on all things relate to senior year at Columbus High School in my life right now. But this will be my 8th year at Columbus High. So I'm finally getting ready to leave, getting ready to graduate. So I will get out of Dr. Crumb's hair and I'll be out of high school finally again for the 3rd time. So I'm glad to hear that. So there she is. She's got it going.
So Dorcas has the slides going. Okay, Dorcas, you're in control.
All right. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Great. All right. So, like I said, I'm with the Georgia Strong Families Program. We met with you all last month with Pop to talk about our program as a whole, and he invited us back this month to talk about all the programming that we have that are just men focused. And so, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of our program. The Georgia Strong Families Program, we're a federal Healthy Start initiative, so we're a federal program, and we support families here in Muskogee County. We work with families before, during, and after their pregnancy. So we like to work with families before they decide to have a baby, once they've made a decision to become parents, and then we continue to work with them after they had that baby. We provide information to families in Muskogee County to make sure they have a healthy baby. We want those families to raise a healthy family, and we also want to make sure they keep themselves healthy, because you can't raise a baby if you're not, taking care of yourself. And so we do want to emphasize all three of those aspects. We do provide services to men, women, infants, and their families, like I said, before pregnancy and then during the child's first 18 months of their life. So we do have several components within our program. I like to joke and tell people all the time that we are a program full of programs. And so one thing that we do is the preconception project that works with men and women before they decide to have a baby, just getting themselves healthy and together before they get ready to conceive. We engage pregnant women and postpartum women. We provide case management and home visiting services to those to those women. We have group connections where all of our families as a whole get together and just learn about topics every month. Similar to this Facebook Live, we have somebody from the community come in and talk about the services they are able to provide to our families. We have our fatherhood involvement piece, which is what we're going to talk about today. We also have our community action network, and we have Lena Start. So working with men, like I said, we talked last month all about our program and its many facets. This month, we really want to focus on just our men in general. And so we work with men in two ways. We work with men starting with our preconception project. Like I said earlier, preconception is men and women who are of childbirthing age, but they've never had any live children. So they don't have any children. They've never had anyone pregnant. They've never been pregnant, or they were pregnant or had a partner pregnant, and that partner delivered a stillbirth or had a miscarriage or decided to end the pregnancy with an abortion. And so,
so this is a good time to get them started then from the beginning and
yes,
really
sir.
get them really not only help them, but to really support them through the whole progress and also let them know what to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so in this form, we really push on promoting family planning. We want to make sure that those families are healthy, both physically and mentally. And so we discuss a lot of mental health issues. We also discuss a lot of health issues. We really push families to go, or men and women to go to their health appointments at least yearly to get themselves checked out, make sure that they have their health in check, get diabetes tested and blood pressure tested, all of those things, just to make sure that when they are ready, they are as healthy as they can be before planning to conceive a child. And individuals in our preconception project receive quarterly health mailings, as well as education and community resources that is just strictly focused on them before they decide to have a family.
So this is really what you're doing is just totally giving them that wraparound care that's really necessary. And Andrea, if you can give that mind-body connection, what's that sweet spot?
The sweet spot is the connection between primary care and psychiatry. And I think that this is awesome, especially focusing on the mind of the couple and as well as their body to ensure that they have a healthy child. It's all about prevention. What they say, Pops, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
A pound of cure.
This is exactly what this is. This is tremendous.
And that's why I like this program. Okay, Dorcas, you can go to the next slide.
Okay. So with our preconception project, like I said, we serve men and women. We start with age 14 and go up to age 49. individuals must live in Muskogee County to be a part of this program, and they cannot be pregnant or have had any live children. So like I said, if they've had a stillbirth or miscarriage or did a willful abortion, they still qualify for this program, just as long as they don't have any live children. Participants who enroll in this program do receive a $25 Walmart gift card for enrolling, and then they also receive miscellaneous initiative or incentives throughout the year that they are in the program. This program is good for 1 year. We also serve men through our fatherhood initiative, and so we have a lucrative campaign or a very robust campaign for our Fatherhood Initiative program. You might have seen our billboards all throughout Columbus. And so we have several billboards in Columbus just promoting our fatherhood program. We also have a bus that is wrapped that is, I think it's on Macon Road. I'm pretty sure it's where it is. It's on Macon Road. And so the bus is wrapped with our fatherhood information on it. And it's just really promoting our fatherhood program. For us, fathers are very important. They're a vital key piece to even having the babies that are enrolled in our program. And so we just want to make sure that we are letting the city know that we are not just here for moms and babies, that we are here for dads as well. So our Fatherhood Initiative, it aims to empower men to be more active in their children's lives. We know that a lot of times mom and dad may not be together, and that's okay. Dad does not have to be in a relationship with mom to be a part of any of our programming. Our goal is to make him, just be more accountable and active within his child's life. And that does not necessarily mean that he has to be with mom to do so. And so our program is designed for dads and expecting fathers and male figures in Muskogee County. So we know that all the time the man in the baby's life is not always that baby's biological dad, and that's okay. We try to encourage the male figures in their life to be more active with that child as well. Our program focuses on assisting men with their needs and concerns. We really emphasize the importance of being an involved dad. We say that daily, like our favorite quote around here is, you don't have to be a super dad to be a great dad. You just got to be there.
There we go.
You literally just have to be there. And so we really try to push men, you have needs and concerns as well, and we're aware, and we're going to help you with that. But we also want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to be there for that child. Fathers are vital to the health and wellness of their children. And so dads, moms are there, we're taking care of those babies, but dads are that extra piece, looking out for that baby, right, being there, right, just helping to raise that child. And we really want to make sure that our individuals in Muskogee County knows the importance of, not just making children and continuing on with life, but making children and being present for that child's life.
Sure. That's a
so
good
within our Fatherhood Initiative, we have a few moving components. So first, we have our 24/7 dad sessions. These sessions meet quarterly for 12 weeks. And within that 12-week program, men learn a bunch of different topics. They learn from the 24/7 Dads program. This program is strictly ran by men. So we have a contracted facilitator that comes in and works with the men during the 12-week sessions. They do the 24/7 Dad AM and PM curriculum. It really promotes fatherhood involvement. They go over several topics, which include stuff like, what does it mean to be a man? Of course, taking care of your health, communication, co-parenting, just being an involved father. And during those sessions, the men also receive information on like financial literacy, job readiness, education support, and of course their health. Before COVID, we were having these sessions in person. And then COVID hit. So right now we've been having them via Zoom, but they've still been very successful. And we were being able to reach men who might work during our evening sessions. And so they're able to get on Zoom and still interact with the programming, whereas before they weren't able to come because we were in person. So I guess that's one positive from all of this virtual programming. Within that, though, we also have a few other things. So you can be a part of our fatherhood program without going to the 24/7 dad sessions. We also hold resource fairs for our fathers. Those happen at least 3 times a year. And with those, we make sure that we invite community partners who are father and male friendly. And so we make sure that we have information for the men on health and education, housing and utility assistance, financial literacy, and we've started adding in components of local employment agencies to it as well, just helping dads get connected to jobs.
And Dorcas, suppose somebody wants to, would you give a number out if someone wants to be, to come in and give a talk or whatever? There's many people in this community who are involved, really deeply involved in the community, whatever their occupation may be, that may want to come in and give something like financial planning, might want to come in and give health information, might want to come in and give information about education. What number would they call?
So they would always call our main office. Our number is 706-321-6322. Someone from the team will always answer the phone, and we'll be sure to either connect them with myself or Miss Sharon or our new staff fatherhood person. His name is Cortez.
Would you give that number again then, please?
Yes, sir. 706-321-6322.
And I would like for you to give that number at the end of the slide presentation when we're leaving out that number as well. And I noticed that you got barbershop talks.
We do. So a new component of our programming is the barbershop talks. We were previously just doing the quarterly mailings to the men outside who weren't coming to 24/7 dad sessions. And I felt like we needed something else. So we came up with the idea of barbershop talks. And so with the barbershop talks, they have a guest speaker. It's always a male-friendly guest speaker, someone who's within the community who, is a father themselves that knows what it's like to be a dad. And they come and talk about a topic that the men themselves have told us is something they are interested in learning about or knowing more about. And he comes and he talks, and then they just have the opportunity to freely talk amongst themselves about that topic, any other life things they have going on. It's their opportunity to just come up with a topic and hash it out amongst themselves and give each other encouragement and motivation. Right. And again, those are led by our own staff fatherhood person, Cortez. And so he plans at least 6 of those a year. They tend to happen every other month. And again, he sends that information out to our dads who are within the program or who are enrolled, and those men come in and they listen to that speaker, and they have the ability to just talk about life in general during those conversations.
And I know Cortez, and I'm so glad to know that he's involved in this program. And then they can invite not only fathers, but great-grandfathers like me.
They can.
And speak. You understand that we have individuals like myself who have reached the sublime height, you understand, of a great-grandfather. So I think something like that is good. I see Susan laughing, and I see Andrea laughing, because I said sublime height, because you want to know something? My grandmother used to say, age brings genius. And when we get to be senior citizens, we do have a wealth of not only knowledge, but experience. And that's what you're talking about. And I'm so glad you're having individuals come in that can share just not only education, but life experience that a lot of fathers, future fathers, would really enjoy being a part of. Okay, your next slide, please.
It looks like Sharon accidentally pulled out of she stopped sharing her screen. And I don't know.
Pulled her out.
Yeah, and it pulled her out. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if she can come back in because we're live.
That's correct. That's true.
Well, I think, but you want to know something? I'm thinking that, goodness, she was giving such good information too.
Yes,
great program.
It was very good information, and I'm really interested in any sort of preventative information that we can provide.
Right.
We've been talking about resources in this program for things that you already have wrong with you.
Right.
But
And so
this
what
is an
we're going to probably
opportunity
have,
to prevent
right. So
Right.
probably
problems with
what we're going to have
children
to
and
do is
babies.
have her come in on a pre-show and follow up
Yeah.
on it. So what I will do is well, before we leave the air, I would like to just say that I'm just so appreciative. I had an opportunity to sit back and watch some of the other programs. So appreciative of partnering with New Horizons and of course Tree of Life Healthcare, two organizations that do so much in the community as far as helping individuals who don't know where to turn, really giving them wraparound care. I mean, wraparound care, like Dorcas was talking about, anticipating things that they might not even think about. And so, as we have spoke, I've talked to Andrea, who's the Chief Executive Officer here, about highlighting all the shows, all the programs that New Horizons has. And we're thinking about doing a twofer. We're thinking about doing 2 back-to-back programs where we will highlight all that that New Horizons has to offer in the community. And we're also going to do the same thing with the Tree of Life. And so I will get back with Dorcas on this marvelous presentation. We're going to allow her 15, let me see, by the way, we have, oh, I know who we have for next. We have Dr., let me see. Oh, we have a doctor that you suggested for us to come on. Andrea?
Yes, Dr. Chambers.
Yes.
Dr. Chambers will be on
Mhm.
next week. So what I'm thinking about doing is have Dorcas come on for 15 minutes
Okay.
to finish up her presentation and then have Dr. Chambers on. That's what we
Yes.
can do to get caught up. And so our viewing audience, we're going to have to, she inadvertently logged herself out. So we're going to have to complete her presentation next week. But I'm going to run exactly what we've been doing. And we'll come on next week on the top of the show, which will be at 09:45. So at 9:45 a.m., we'll have Dorcas again with Georgia Strong Families.
Awesome.
And I know I'm going to call DJ Chip right now because he called during the program wondering what's happening with Buzz and cousin Susan and with Andrea. And I'm going to call Dorcas and let her know that he's ready to do the radio part of this program as well. And so as always, it's good having you two on the show.
It's good to be
back
here.
good to be back in the saddle again.
Yes, sir.
And giving good information out into the community. And so to our viewing audience, I will say, as always, until next time, please be good and kind to yourself. Because you know why? Because God Almighty, the creator of this entire universe and all there is in existence, loves you. God bless you until next time. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Facebook family.